It's been requested. Would these Harry Potter characters fuck a fat girl? Or fat people of any gender? Disclaimer that this is ignoring any canon relationships, but also they're all of age and consenting. Let's go. I don't think so. If he did, he would either fetishize them a ton or he would keep it a secret. No. I don't think she would. Maybe give her 10 years. Maybe she'd change her mind. Yes. Yes. Yes, but with conditions. Like either she's drunk at a club or it's like one of her friends. But I don't think she would actively pursue a relationship with a fat person. I want to say yes so bad, but no. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. No. 1000% yes. Fred would probably make a fetishizing comment, but then he would feel really bad about it when he found out the history. No. He would complain if his partner gained weight. I want to say yes, but no. I want to say yes, but no.
So you've been hearing a lot about the abuse of women lately. Let me tell you something. This topic is intersectional. It's layered. Do you want to hear some stats on the abuse of disabled women, trans women, women of colour? How many of you are actually ready to have that conversation yet, considering you hear the word women and get annoyed? Let me tell you something else. We're going to have this conversation whether you're ready or not, and you're going to listen. And I also find it interesting that people think we're only speaking up now because it's trending. There is a lack of safe spaces for women to speak out. So when something is trending, it feels like we're talking as a collective. That feels safer. And just because you've only heard about it now or only just decided to listen doesn't mean we haven't been speaking out for years. And we're not going to be quiet. Now that it feels like we have some kind of leverage, some kind of ears listening to us, we're going to keep going.
In this life, I am reminded of many things, but this always shocks me for some reason, and I don't even know why. Now, white women can cry, and their tears are very, very powerful. The way that they can carry victimhood on their heads, and people will literally break their backs to comfort them and make them feel protected, is something that I find fascinating. When I cry, I get told, you're mentally unstable, you're crazy, you're reading into this a bit too much, love, you're being dramatic. But let a white woman cry? Ooh, the power that holds. I would just like to know, where can I buy that from? Because I too would like to weaponize my tears and profit off of it monetarily.
If you like smoking weed, let me hear you say hell yeah. Gotcha. Get these motherfuckers.
The girls who girl. The girls who girln't, gorn't.
So TikTok decided to permanently ban me yesterday, my previous account. No idea why. If you guys don't know who I am, I create a lot of anti-racist videos and education. I also do a lot of videos where I put history into perspective, since racists like to act like the atrocities of slavery and post-Jim Crow were hundreds of years ago. I do a lot of videos putting them into perspective, comparing the events to people who are actually still alive today. So I have a lot of content like that up. Also a lot of like intersectionality, feminism, all that stuff. So I was banned yesterday for hate speech. No warning. A video I was working on editing, I posted it privately, hadn't posted it publicly yet, because I was still trying to align the music and everything. Within like 60 seconds of posting that, I got a community guidelines violation. Had no idea why. Didn't have time to figure it out, so I just deleted it, went to cook dinner, came back, and then had like 3 community guidelines violation. Like my phone started going crazy and it said you've been permanently banned. So it said you can appeal it. I went online to do the appeal, and within 90 seconds got an email saying your appeal has been reviewed and it's still denied. So I can't even at this point do anything. I can't file another one. I can't email anybody. Crazy. It's just gone. No content. All my videos gone. I'm hoping that they will at least let me download my videos, but there's no guarantee. So if you were following me here, this is me now. If you have a few minutes, if you can ask TikTok to restore my account, that would be great. otherwise, follow me on Instagram or Fanbase, YouTube, wherever. I'll try and link all of that today. But what can you do?
I work at a public university in the state of Illinois. As such, I am a state employee, and as such, I have to take sexual assault and harassment training every single year. So here's something that I heard during one of my trainings that fucking radicalized the shit out of me. This lady kind of asked us in the audience, she was like, what are some ways to prevent sexual assault? And everyone was like, oh, well, you know, I took Taekwondo, like, I have, like, an alarm, I have a whistle, I have some mace. And the lady, she was just sitting there looking at us, and she was like, no, honey, that's not how you prevent sexual assault. That's how you personally avoid being the victim of a sexual assault at that moment. You didn't stop a rape from happening. You just made sure that the rapist chose someone else.
My back's aching, my bra too tight, my hips are shaking from left to right.
My back is aching, my bra too tight, my booty shaking from the left to the right. My back is aching, I'm so.
See, this is why I believe from the core of my body-mind that colonizers like this over here embody the ideology that ignorance is bliss. These Republicans / conservatives or Trump supporters are so hypocritical because oftentimes they don't even understand the complexities of what they're saying. Because let's face it, they never have an authentic thought, and cognitive dissonance makes them feel so boldly comfortable in their eerie values. I dare these colonizers to put themselves in the shoes of sexual abuse survivors. The universe forbid, because nobody should ever go through this. But if one of them were to face the reality of sexual abuse, how would the tables turn then? Would they carry not only the trauma from the experience, however it's forced birth as well? These colonizers defy evidential science to protect their collective agendas of oppressive hierarchies. She's really going to talk about preserving life when the colonial ideologies her people stand for include saying no to vaccines or wearing masks, rejecting medical advice, dehumanizing and disposing minority groups from society. If I go on, I'm probably going to have that half a brain cell that you colonizers work with on a chokehold. Stop lying to yourselves, society, and arguing matters that we all know you shouldn't even have a voice in.
Side of TikTok where people think you can just buy a house. So I've gone to Redfin, and this is Seattle. This is the actual outline of Seattle. And I've selected every type of listing other than just literally land up to 200,000 because somebody told me that there were perfectly decent homes available for 200,000, okay? 7 homes. Some of them are boats, literally boats. And, oh, nope, almost all of them are boats. So, and one of them is a trailer. And honestly, this is surprising to me. Oh, 55 and up, that's why. So, yeah. So when somebody says they can't afford a home in their area, this is why.
When I'm not around, you don't care. And even when I make a sound, you don't.
Okay, everybody. Geriatric Ratatouille here really wants some attention. So let's give him some. I don't think you're going to like the attention that you're going to get, though, honey. So apparently I just want to complain. Me wanting an equal partner and a partner who cares about my needs just as much as I care about theirs. That's just me wanting to complain. Apparently I also don't want to leave just because of his income and because Geriatric Ratatouille here assumes that he makes more money than I do. Currently, yeah, he does make more money than me. And also, not too long ago, I made twice as much money as he did. The money never had anything to do with it, and it never had anything to do with me wanting to be with him or not being with him. The biggest issue here is that men think because they work, something that they would have to do whether they were in a partnership or not, They think that them working gives them the right to do nothing else. And I mean nothing else. It goes back to the same thing I have been saying. You don't get a cookie for being an adult. You would have to have a job either way. You would have to make sure you had clean clothes to wear either way. You would have to feed yourself either way. Just because you have a partner doesn't mean you stop doing those things and relegate all of those tasks to your partner. If I want to be with my partner, it's because I want to be with him, not because I want whatever money he may be making. And I did have a lot of people say, oh, well, you just must be with him for the money. If I was with him for the money, we would not have lived in the shithole that we lived in for as long as we did if it was just the money. We had no money. We still have no money. I will never be with any man or any person specifically because I want their income. I will be with them because I want them. And let me be really clear on the wording there. I want them. I don't need them. I don't need anybody. I don't need a partner. I don't need a male partner. I don't need a partner, period. And I've already crunched the numbers and set things up so that I can be on my own. And I've done it before. Men are mad because women no longer need them because the system is set up differently now. And a lot of men are mad because they don't have very much to offer anymore. They don't know how to be good partners and they refuse to learn. So they fall back on the money thing. I love that men like this try and paint women as very vapid and shallow and very materialistic. We're not. I don't care about money. I care about how my partner treats me. And if they don't treat me well, I don't want them anymore. Period.